Good evening. So, this will be kind of a part 2 of step 1. And somebody I was explaining to them, step 1 and everything. And they asked me about the second half of step 1, which is, the part about realizing your life has become unmanageable. And they're like, well, I had a job and I had a house and cars and blah, 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 blah. It's not what it's talking about. It's not talking about the external materialistic things. That can be part of it, sure. But what they mean by your life had become unmanageable is they're talking about your emotional, mental, and spiritual state. As within, so without. They're talking about the fact that you're allowing an external person, place, or thing control your emotional well-being, as well as what mood you're in. So, in a nutshell, you're in a constant state of reaction or survival mode. And there's some interesting neurological things that go on there. We're not going to get into that right now. And I explained this to him, and then, of course, the follow-up question was, well, what do you mean by take your power back? And that's exactly what I mean. By admitting that when you're under the influence of whatever your addiction is, that you are no longer in control of your emotional state. You're dependent on this external thing to make you feel good or happy or worthy or accepted or loved. Be a person, place, or thing. That's what it means to take your power back, and that's why step 1 can be so empowering. Once you realize you have the power of choice and you can dictate and decide for yourself, hence free will, what your emotional state is going to be and how it's going to be affected, or whether or not it will even be affected by external factors. It's entirely up to you. No one else is responsible for your happiness, your joy, nor your sadness or misery, except you. Sure, people can do things that will hurt. People can do things that will offend you. If I walk up and slap you in the face, yeah, I'm responsible for the initial shock and sting, but it's entirely up to you as to how you're going to react to that. It's like my video on uncomfortable silence. Even just now, how long did it take you before you started looking at the video? Oh, did it pause? Did it freeze? What's going on? How long before you got uncomfortable or anxious? Or did you switch off to a different video? That's what I mean about taking your power back.